Hello, Sunshines. Welcome to our Every Other Tuesday podcast. It's devoted to our cool mountain towns and the real estate gems you'll find here. Welcome to Cool House Connection. I'm your host, Deb Deccan, and I hope you're finding this podcast worthy of your time and worthy of sharing with your friends and colleagues. My goal is always to help you feel like an insider. You might be tempted to think you really know a place after a decade in residence, having explored the nooks and crannies, the hidden streets, and the tucked-away businesses. You think all a town like this has to offer is in open evidence, and most of it is. But not all is as it seems at first blush. Sometimes, happily, surprises happen. One of those was on a walk late yesterday afternoon. I got both surprised and delighted. Normally, my husband and I hike our mountain on the outskirts of Burnsville for a bit of daily challenging exercise. But yesterday, for a change of pace, we parked in a different location and decided to start our constitutional from a fresh place and with a fresh set of eyes. Yesterday was an idyllic spring temperature day, and the flowers and buds were literally breaking out all around us. Fields of naturalized daffodils with double ruffled blooms, crocuses, wild violets, seas of forsythia and quince, and the opening season buds of tulip magnolias and the cascading sprays of pear, redbud, and my favorite, weeping cherry trees. As far as the eye can see, nature's bounty in our little town is just gorgeous, and the fact we get to enjoy it against the backdrop of our unparalleled, beautifully sculpted Blue Ridge Mountains is enough to put a smile on the faces of even the most nonchalant of spring enthusiasts. Yancey County, where Burnsville is located, is a very large landmass county. It's almost 313 square miles big. It's bordered by Avery, Mitchell, Madison, and even McDowell counties. Burnsville is the county seat of Yancey County. And Burnsville proper, even though it's a mere 14 named streets wide from west to east, is bookended by public art sculptures that honor our town's heritage as the birthplace of the studio art glass movement. When you come visit, and I sincerely hope that you do, you'll be captivated by the interior lit trio of blown glass orb-filled giant telescopes, which is a tribute to our founding father, Otway Burns. Spring in the mountains is always special, but spring in Yancey County is simply breathtaking. We are all, after all, lucky enough to live in a temperate rainforest. Rainforest, you say? In North Carolina? Yes, indeed. Not the kind you typically think of as in the Amazon with monkeys jumping from tree to tree, but rather the incredibly biodiverse four-season climate that so many of our visitors and buyers crave. You notice the uniqueness of Yancey County's geography the minute you cross the county line. In fact, one of the most picturesque vistas is actually the border of Yancey and Madison counties. We'll continue to post some of our favorite Yancey County landscapes on my LinkedIn page for you to enjoy and share. I often describe our climate here to my clients as very Camelot-like. Precipitation typically happens overnight, and the days are mostly comfortable, bluebird, and sunny. Notwithstanding, of course, when a 1,000-year hurricane event hurls up the hollers, but I digress. Yancey County experiences a temperate climate with 4 distinct seasons. Our region is known for mild summers and coldish winters, making it appealing for outdoor activities throughout the year. We have everything here for families to experience, from downhill skiing and tubing to cold plunges and fly fishing in our abundant river sweet spots. But Burnsville and Yancey County offer balance in seasons, in temperatures, in activities, even in perspectives. Our average high temperatures in the summer, June to August, typically range from 75 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just about perfect for most folks' taste. And at the opposite end of the calendar, our winters are mild but chilly enough to have pretty snowfalls in discrete occurrences. In our winter, which is December to February, our temperatures do drop, and average highs range from 40 degrees to 50 degrees, with lows potentially reaching 20 degrees Fahrenheit, particularly in the higher elevations. But the real stars in our mountains are the traditional shoulder seasons of spring and fall. Whether you are a forager of fungi, or a waterfall seeker, or just a flower child in adult getup, spring here is your season. Between winter and spring here in the hollers, we have learned to expect winter wave 1, usually just prior to weeks of 60 to 70 degree sunshine, and winter wave 2, arriving about Easter time and tripping up the optimist who are just sure it's safe to plant when the weather teases the upside. Locals know, and those of us who've been fooled more than once stay true to the mantra, never plant anything before Mother's Day. After that, expect to be amazed by the abundance of the long growing season. So here, we inhale spring, we indulge in summer, but we luxuriate in our epic falls. The uninitiated often think they have to trek up northeast to get the best possible dose of fall color. It's simply not true. Our falls here in western North Carolina are almost beyond description in their sea of brilliant colors covering every mountainside. Boston may be pretty, but Burnsville is stunning in the fall. The weather is perfect, the fall fragrances abound, and everyone, whether they like exercise or not, is drawn outside for long, leisurely walks with wide smiles of both gratitude and delight. Here's something most folks don't know. Fall is really our high season here, with hotels and short-term rentals fully booked out. The flavors of fall are in abundance, and we're all like excited squirrels to get out and play in the fall with its sweet, long, sunshiny days. Fall also lingers here in ways it simply doesn't further north. We are lucky to savor several beautiful long months of fall, and some of the very best festivals here in Yancey County punctuate the fall season. Our Carolina Literary Festival and the Old Timey Festival in downtown Burnsville are just two that kick off the fall season. I've asked a couple of local and veteran hikers to join future Cool House Connection podcasts and share with you their favorite secret squirrel hikers' paradises. In every season, their insights will inspire you to get out and explore, I promise. Mild climbs are one defining aspect of a temperate rainforest, but not the only one. What exactly does a temperate rainforest mean, and what distinguishes ours? Well, first, it's the incredible biodiversity. Our area supports a rich array of flora and fauna. A temperate rainforest typically features various trees, shrubs, and understory plants. Common tree species in our region include eastern hemlock, tulip poplar, red maple, and a mix of hardwoods. Be sure to look for luscious morels hiding in plain sight in stands of tall, straight poplars. Moisture is part and parcel of life here. Our high elevation and abundant precipitation contributes to a lush and often moss-covered landscape. This abundant moisture creates conditions conducive to the growth of ferns, shrubs, and various mosses that thrive in shaded, humid environments. When I'm selling homes in Yancey County and surrounding, I explain to buyers here the importance of installing a dehumidifier in the mechanical room. It's simply a must-have. And then there's our abundant microclimates. Due to the varying elevations in Yancey County, there are different microclimates that can support a range of ecosystems, from more temperate forests in lower elevation to more lush rainforest-like vegetation at higher elevations. And all of these rainforest characteristics are in evidence in our abundant protected public lands. The Pisgah National Forest, just east of Yancey County, features diverse ecosystems, including temperate rainforest areas in the higher elevations, providing opportunities for hiking, wildlife viewing, and exploring rich biodiversity. Mount Mitchell State Park is home to the highest peak east of the Mississippi River, and this lovely park features rugged terrain and diverse plant life. It showcases temperate rainforest characteristics in certain areas, particularly in the high elevation, and lots of native rhododendrons. You simply can't help be a fan of Mother Nature as you wander and explore her diverse ecosystems and rich biodiversity on proud display all around us. And if the arts alone aren't enough to draw you to Yancey County, our vibrant, temperate rainforest surely will be. Spring is in full swing as I record this, and as I was taking all the color and variety in on our walk through town, I found myself in awe of two homes I'd never even realized were inside Burnsville town limits. Neither is currently on the market, but if they ever are, they are not to be missed. My favorite of the two is a stunning mid-century rancher with wraparound views sitting high atop the center of town. Not only is it graciously landscaped, its design sensitivities lend to the perfect blend of fieldstone and muted neutrals with expansive windows that draw you in. The entrance is gracious, and you can even glimpse gleaming hardwood floors throughout. What an understated, elegant beauty nestled into a private cul-de-sac. Amidst all the more traditional mountain-style homes and bungalows on the surrounding streets, this classic just oozes cool. It reminds me of another beauty on the west side of town, up and behind one of our senior centers. It too boasts million-dollar views from a paved road that is quiet and understated, with neighbors on swaths of generous acreage. I always try to keep abreast of folks' goals as they come up to chapter changes in their own lives, so when these opportunities present themselves, I can get them firsthand to clients and prospects. Here's one of the real benefits of working with me on real estate. Not only will I help you work through purchasing one of our beautiful properties, you can use crypto in full or part as payment, but unlike some brokers, I'm not shy about prying open the opportunity to purchase a home you love, even if it's currently not for sale. I'm just saying. I did this for one of my clients who was passionate about another mid-century stacked recessed mortar stone home that hit all the right notes for them. When I approached the homeowner, they were flattered that someone loved their home as much as they did. When this homeowner does decide to sell, I'm pretty sure it'll be to my client. And that's just one example of how I get things done for my clients. It takes a little bit of chutzpah and a deep understanding of the power of connecting people and homes that are somehow meant to be. And that make it happen approach is as viable for houses in town as it is for special large pieces of property that are town adjacent. Call me if you're interested in any of these opportunities. I and Ryan are practiced at pulling on the threads, the obvious and the not so obvious ones, that make those connections come together, and we'd love to do it for you. Spring, and we are high energy and ready to put our networks to work for you. Until we meet again in 2 weeks, get out there, inhale all that Springtime in the Hollers offers, and let me know if there's a specific way we can help you. Until next time, stay cool.